Hello bachcho, the question is the stage transferred into the uterus after induced fertilization of ovum in laboratory is. So induced fertilization means here is the in vitro fertilization, means the fertilization performed outside the female's body in test tube in laboratory under controlled condition. So such a fertilization is known as in vitro fertilization. And first it involves the collection of semen from the male and ovum from the female. Now these semen and ova, they are kept together in a test tube where fertilization is achieved, and fertilization leads to the formation of a unicellular zygote. Now this zygote is made to divide, and the division here are the cleavage, means the rapid mitotic division, and it leads to formation of embryo. Now this embryo is to be transferred into the female's body or into the female's reproductive part. Now there is condition. If the embryo is transferred up to 8-celled stage, then it is transferred into the fallopian tube of female. This female can be the genetic mother whose ovum is whose ovum is collected, or it can be any surrogate mother. So if the embryo is transferred up to the 8-celled stage, then it is transferred into the fallopian tube, and this is called the ZIFT, zygote intrafallopian transfer. But if the embryo is transferred above 8-celled stage or above 8 blastomeres, then it is transferred directly into the uterus. And this technique is known as the IUT or intrauterine transfer. So this stage after 8 blastomeres, means 8 to 16 cell stage, when the embryo is having a mass of cells which are pegged together like a mulberry. So such a structure is known as morula. So morula is the stage of embryonic development generally between the 8 to 16 celled stage, and at this stage the cells are compactly packed like a mulberry. So this structure is known as morula. So we can see that morula is up to 8 to 16 blastomeres. So if it is transferred, then it will be transferred into the uterus, which is called IUT or intrauterine transfer. So this option, C option, is correct. Now let's see other options. So embryo at 4th blastomere stage. So if embryo before 8 blastomeres is to be transferred, then it will be transferred into the fallopian tube, not into the uterus. Also embryo at 2 blastomeres, so it will be transferred into the fallopian tube, and when it is zygote, so it will be transferred into the fallopian tube. So zygote or embryo up to 8 blastomeres will be transferred into the fallopian tube. But during the morula stage, if the transfer is to be done, then it will be transferred directly into the uterus, because morula is 8 to 16 cell stage. So this is the right answer. I hope this explanation is clear. All the best.